Hello, welcome back to Sabretooth at Nethemba, where we care about your security. Hack the Box Friday. Some people are asking me why this is not actually increasing. It's like 0%, it's never going up. My points. It's because I'm only doing the retired machines. In order to get points, unlike Try Hack Me, in order to get points here, you have to do the active machines. The problem is, I'm not permitted by Hack the Box to do active machines whilst providing what they would consider a walkthrough for it. So this is never going to increase unless I start doing some off cam, but I don't see myself doing that, quite honestly. Fine. Let us connect to HackTheBox. Sudo open VPN HackTheBox. Okay. Fine. Is 10.10.14.9 my IP with HackTheBox? I think so. 10.10.14.9, and Try Hack Me is 10.11.134.45. I'm getting there, right? I'm getting there until they all change again. Okay, we are going to machines. The last box we did was exposed. I'm not talking about that box. So we're going to be easy or medium, no doubt, because we are going through these in release order, if you remember. As you can see, these are done. 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 The last one we did for Hack the Box was this one here. That was quite a fun machine. Medium. We're on 10.10 for medium. Oh, it's medium, is it? Fun. Okay, nice. Okay, so the first thing we... Hang on. Let's do this in a logical order. It's got quite a few ratings for medium here, so that makes sense. We'll spawn the machine first, go into adventure mode. We're going to go into Hack the Box medium. Tenten. We're going to make a new directory. Do that every time. And then change into that directory. And then open a few of those. Just so I've got some terminals. People are like, why don't you open them as you need them? And it saves having to do all these tabs. I don't know. I just like doing it this way, and then I know I've got some workspaces here to be dealing with. I think that's it. Is this why 10.10? Because it is 10.10.10.10. I think we're finally there, aren't we? Because the last one we did was 10.10.10.9. That's clever. Okay, guys. You're getting a thumbs up. Just I've not spawned, really? I thought I did that. What's happening? Right, terminate the active machine. Spawn machine. I think it's because I clicked off it to go to adventure mode. So let's do that. Yeah, 10.10.10.10. That's clever. Nice. I already approve of this box just from that. Nmap STVP. At least that's going to be an easy one to remember when we're after the remote host, etc. What do I expect here? I don't know, actually. I could go to guiding mode and say, oh no, it doesn't show me the questions. I can go to machine info and it'll tell me a few things. But I don't want to, really. All of this is as blind as possible. Okay, it was released in March 2017. So any exploits which are later than 2017, probably, they may work, but they were not intended. So I'll keep that in mind. Now let's try and do this the intended way if I can. Hopefully, without me having to change my server that I'm connected to in about 20 seconds or just under, this will be, there it is, 10.10.10.10. Lovely. Let's do that. Let's go here. Okay, so that goes immediately to 10.10.htb. So we're going to sudo nano etc hosts. Add that in there. And now hopefully we can Hopefully we can. We can. Brilliant. Oh, this is WordPress. Without even seeing that, it was just blindingly obvious just from the image or whatever. Hello world, welcome to WordPress. Yay, WordPress. Woohoo! We like WordPress. We don't like WordPress. It's not too bad. There are things to do. There are things to look at least. Robots.txt will just have the... Oh, it's not got any of that. We will run a couple of things. GoBuster being one of them. URL. And then word list. I'm going to start using the Raft word lists as well as the directory ones, and I'm going to run Raft first because they're smaller. But that really helped us out last time, and I forgot all about them again until I use them in Pentest, and I don't use them during this. Why? Ridiculous. Let's do this exactly the same methodology. Word lists, sec lists, Raft. Nope. Discovery, web, then Raft. Large, lower, no. Oh, directories. So we'll do that because this isn't a big word list, and then of course we can try the other ones afterwards. Start doing in this order, I think. Error running Ghostbusters. Context deadline exceeded. What? Fine. Is it due to the... Is it due to that? It is due to that. Okay, that's fine. Don't worry. We'll run this again. Just give it a couple of threads, like 50 or something. Just a couple, you know. And this should be done in no time. We've got all our WP stuff here. So let's get the... Hang on. Let's get the Nmap first. We've only got 2 ports, SSH and web. Port 80 shows WordPress. Hooray! So we've got our general WordPress directories happening here. We've got an error on this. That's fine. That's exactly the same issue it had the other day. So there must be something in the word list. We will probably just run should we do big? Let's do the big one. Also with 50 threads. Keep that going just in case. So we've got WordPress. What can we do with WordPress? WP scan, obviously. We can run WP scan. Let's take a look. I've forgotten. Is it dash URL? It must be. It is. Let's do an update first. Not that that's important for this box. Let's face it, this was 2017. Whatever's new from this point doesn't really matter. URL, we're going to put in HTTP, Tenten.htb. Let's just run it like that, and we'll see about plugins and users and everything else afterwards. Whilst that's running, let's take a look around here. Jobs listing. Huh. Index PSP/jobs. That's new. That's not normal. I don't think it is. Is that actually working? Is it doing anything? I am brute forcing with like 50 threads, so that could be the reason. Okay, we've got plugins identified job manager. And that's something to do with jobs. Okay, that's interesting. Let's just make a note of this. Jobs exists. Link on page. And WP scan shows that. So that must relate to that. It has to. It shows that it's up to date though. The latest version though was 2015. Huh. I wonder if the latest version actually has vulnerabilities. Let's see what this is all about first. Title, pen tester. Do we want to be a pen tester, guys? I'm not sure. Apply now. We can apply for the pen tester job. I've got a feeling that we're going to need burp. We're going to be doing some manipulation on some fields. I think here we've got name and stuff like that. So let's open burp as well. Whilst we're at it, we will look for job manager and search exploits. Job manager search exploit. There is cross-site scripting, but that is it. Interesting. So I guess it's not vulnerable to anything. Well, why is it there then? Okay, let's do this logically rather than just taking random guesses. We'll wait for burp to start and we'll see what this is all about. Oh, we've got an upload. If we can upload PHP code, then obviously, you know, that's interesting. Jobs apply 8. What happens if we change that to... Oh, dear. Go away. What happens if we change that to 7? Go away. Go away. Oh, what is it with burp doing this again? I was opening twice. There we go. So 7... Does it change the job? I'm assuming it exists. Register. Huh. Huh. Job application. 5. Jobs listing. 4. Nothing there at all. 3. Auto draft. Oh, that's the post name. These are the post names. This is intriguing. This one's not loading. Anyway, I can edit this in burp. Let's get back to where we were. Okay. This is here. We can change this number on the end to get other post titles. I think that is true, because auto post, I think, was that initial, like, welcome to, they're not even titles though, are they? Right, first things obviously first. You can't do the first thing last unless it's the last thing you do. So let's just load this without anything else into burp. Send that to the repeater. And we're going to go from 1. In fact, we're going to go a step better than that. We are actually going to send that to the intruder. And we're going to do numbers, a list of numbers from 1 to, we'll do up to 20, because I know that we're on 8, but that doesn't mean it's the only thing, does it? And then we'll see what results we have here. Okay, so 1 gives us, hang on a minute, 8 gives us pen tester. Yeah, job application. So we're about line 18-ish, right? So let's go down to line 18-ish. So that's Hello World. That is a post title. 2 is sample page. Okay. 3 is auto draft. Okay, we've seen these ones. Let's have a look beyond 8. Let's go 9 just to see if there is one. Nothing there at all. It just says job portal. 10 gives us 11. Application cube. Okay. 12 gives us nothing. 13 gives us hacker access granted. Wow. Huh. Okay, 13 is interesting. 14. Nothing. Okay, these all have nothing, and I can tell that for sure, because look at the length of the response. Here, these are all the same from this point. So these are all going to have nothing. Okay, that one's interesting. Let's send that back to the repeater. Shows. Gone past it. Oh, it's not there now. Oh no, that's the wrong one. I'm on the wrong thing. Let's close that off. Let's go back to the repeater here. Okay, the title is Hacker Access Granted. That's quite interesting. Fine. We've still not filled this out yet and tried to upload a shell. And that's just got jobs pen tested down the left. So what if we actually just go 13 here? Right, whilst that's happening, let's grab some usernames. Do we have usernames? We don't. Let's get some usernames. Enumerate users. Let's try that. Hacker access granted. This is really intriguing. Okay, what if then there what do I do next? Obviously I'm going to try uploading a shell and things in a minute. I'm just looking around job manager here. Job manager. Exploit WordPress, because it didn't really show anything in search exploit, but that doesn't necessarily mean security bypass. But that's just Akinetics and then WP scan, unauthenticated information exposure. Let's have a look for GitHub and see if there's anything someone's uploaded or created which will help us out. It might be the case, it might not be the case. Exploit.py. File name disclosure. Isn't that what I've just done? No. I've got post name. What's this then? Can I quickly grab? I can't. Do it now. Searching that gives us this. Not saying it's any good, but I'm just noting it down anyway. File name disclosure. So CV file name disclosure. Enter a file name. Enter a vulnerable website. For extension in JPEG. I mean, what's the point though if it's just like ping files? I'm not sure. Let's try uploading a shell. Let's try uploading a shell, I guess. We'll go back to 8 for now. Because I might just be going down a rabbit hole here when I could just be uploading a shell to this. Oh my god, now what's happened? Oh, it was still changing. It's just taking its time. Do you have a degree? No, it's just easier than I'd have to fill in any of that. Oh, I'll fill it in anyway. It's not a problem. Understood the privacy policy. Browse, upload your CV. I mean, we can go into streaming and then shells and upload C99 perhaps. Let's grab this and see what we can do with it. First, we're just going to let it fly. Okay, that's not going to happen. It doesn't like the PHP, evidently. But now that we've got it in the repeater, what if we upload this as .ping? Would that work? No, and it's still got, what if we do image ./ping, but we put this back to PHP? Would that work? This is not good. Okay, we're not able to easily. Maybe if I use magic bytes or something. Let's go back to this. Let's check this out. I'm intrigued about this. Okay, so let's look at the raw file and then we can just copy this and put it into, or just save it to be fair, but I'll just put it like this into so nano, what was the name of the, I'm not sure, I'll just call it exploit.py. Oh, it's here, 2015-6668 CVE 2015-6668.py. Throw you in there, do that, do that, do that. Hopefully I can run this with Python 3. Yeah, so on line 3 it's already having a problem, so thankfully this is a very short code, so I should be able to actually just edit this myself. So line 3, where is it printing? What is it printing? It's the question. Print. Is that here? Yeah, let's print that. Print that. Let's try that. Print URL of CV found. Okay, URL of CV found. Where is it printing that? That's here. Okay, so I'll put brackets around this. Let's try that. Enter a vulnerable website. Raw input is not defined. Raw input is not defined. Okay. So what it's after basically is enter a vulnerable website and then enter a file name. So instead of doing that, what if we put in quite literally just here http http 10.html HTTP, because that way it's not asking us for it, we're just putting it in the code, and then enter a file name. Hacker access granted, perhaps? Hacker access granted, I think that was right. I will double check. Hacker access granted. Okay, let's try that. And then we'll try running it again. See, this Python, I can't install Python 2 on this system, and all these older exploits of Python 2, which is now heavily deprecated, and it's got requests. I think there is a converter. I mean, this code's small enough that I could probably rewrite the whole thing, to be fair. I actually probably could just rewrite the whole thing. So it goes for the year. And then the formats. Where's the form? Oh, okay. And file name plus extension. I mean, it's a bit of a brute forcer, isn't it, I guess? So if this was 2017, let's take a look. WP content uploads. (2017). I'm not sure what this is. Oh, it's the month. And then file name plus extension. And the extension has to be a image of some kind. So I mean, I could do like 01 and then hacker access granted dot JPEG. The problem is, oh, don't go to Google. Don't go to Google. The problem is, if this doesn't exist, I need to try it with different extensions, plus I need to try it with different years, plus I need to try it with different months. So I can actually rewrite this. I can actually rewrite this, or I can go a step better, and I can use the intruder probably for this. Okay, that's not liking this. It doesn't exist. How about now? Right, there we go. We'll send it to the repeater. So we're going to go 01, and then we're going to go hacker access granted .jpg. We're going to send this whole thing to the intruder. I'm just going to see if I can work this code out by myself. What we're going to do here, what does this say? It's not going to be beyond 2017, because that's when this box was retired, right? And created. So what does this code do? Let's have a look. 2017 to 2019. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do 2015 to 2017. How's that? Add payload position. And we're just going to do a list. We're going to add 2015. We're going to add 2016. And we're going to add 2017. How's that? I'm not sure about that one. Remove that one. And that's for that. Oh, we're going to do more than one thing. So allocate a payload to each position. Okay. So that's payload 1. Payload 2 is here. So for payload 2, what we're going to do is numbers from 01 to 12, because that's the month. And there needs to be 2 digits at all times. So it's going to be 01 to 02, 03, 04. Okay. Then we need to change this, right? So we're going to add a payload here. And we're going to add JPG. We're going to add, what were the other ones that were in here? Ping and ping and JPEG. Okay, so JPEG, ping. Okay, so let's try this and see what happens. Oh, what's happened is not done much. Discard that. So the pitch focus attack. Okay, allocate a payload, iterates through all possible combinations. That's what it needs. So we've got 108 different combinations here. That's better. So cluster bomb attack is what we needed. Okay, so what we can do, status code. Aha! There we go. 2017 for JPEG gives us 200 code. And that is an image. Brilliant. This is awesome, right? So I could have got this code working by converting it to Python. This code doesn't work with Python 3, but rather than rewrite it, we notice it is brute forcing following. So I just need to go and get my original code here, right? Year. Oh, it's not actually put the things in. Let's bold that. Actually, we'll put year and then bold it. Month. Bold that. And then extension. And we'll bold that. So go away. So we can use burp intruder to find 200 code on this. So I'm just going to take a couple of screenshots just so I've got like payload positions and things like that, so I know, just for reference, useful to keep things like this. But I mean, burp is really easy to use once you get used to it. If you're not used to it, obviously it might look a bit odd, but you'll get used to it eventually, the more you use it. And we're also going to take a screenshot of this as well. Nice. So we converted that code basically to a Burpsuite brute force. Lovely stuff. Now let's check this. Now it's only an image, so I'm not entirely sure. What that's going to show us, but interesting that works. Maybe we can use it to get some of the other ones as well, because we've got the different names, haven't we? We've got like cube and stuff like that. That didn't work. I thought that would have worked. Why didn't that work? Right, let's reload this. Put you in there. Let's get a HTTP on there. Okay. Okay, we've got a JPEG. Let's cat this JPEG to see if there's anything hidden here, like base 64 or something like last time. Of course, we could always use a hex editor as well. This doesn't look like it at all. Huh. Right. Well, what about if we go into here? What's the name of the box again? I can't remember. Tenten. There we go. What if we open this with G-hex? So now we can see the, I know my face is in the way here, but now we can see the hex of this. Just see if there is anything readable here on the right side. The left side is all the hex. Right side is what that translates to in ASCII, which is readable, apparently. I can't see anything, to be honest, at the moment. Let's go right down to the bottom. No, not at all. Not at all. Fine. So what if we do, hang on, let's clear that. Go away. What if we do file, just to make sure it is an image, but it should be JPEG data 2017. So StegHide was quite a big thing. There's a few steganography tools, and StegHide was the biggest at the time. So let's take a look. We've got StegHide anyway. So extract file XF, is that right? Or extract data. We'll try XF for extract file, but quite often you need a password for this. StegHide XF. Write to the right existing data to, I don't know, data.txt. And then we give it that. I think that's right. No, it doesn't like that. It says unknown command, but it did actually say here XF, so I'm not sure what's going on. Let's just try. Yeah, just extract, I guess. StegHide that, and then extract. Still not. Do I need it here? You can see how often I use this. Okay, so StegHide help. Does that give me any more info here? To extract embedded data. StegHide extract. Oh, you just don't need the dash dash. Fine. Oh, and then you put the flag. Got you. Right. So we'll do StegHide. We're going to put extract, and then is that it? And then we're going to put XF into data.txt. How's that? Unknown argument. That comes first. Hate this tool. Data.txt, and then how's that? This is just not working at all. Maybe it's not. Right, I'm just going to write this exact, I'm going to write this exact thing, just changing the name at the end. Extract SF, and then that. Oh, that works. Enter passphrase. Passphrase, password. Can we brute force this? Admin. Access granted. Blank password. Ha! Wrote extracted data to IDRSA. This is an SSH key. Blimey. Well, that was a bit of a jump, but okay, we got there. The image contains data hidden with steg hide. Very capture the flag X. That's okay. I don't mind capture the flag boxes. I kind of wish it had told me. Blank password, which we got eventually just by guessing a few things. Sometimes a bit of luck on your side helps. This gives us ID RSA. So this should be a SSH key. Now the problem is we do need a user to SSH in as. Oh, speaking of which. Oh no, was that? Oh man. Oh, that's not good. That was ages ago. Oh, we'll have to do this again now. WP scan URL HTTP Tenten, and then enumerate users, and I think that's it. I think that's all we need to do. I'm hoping so. Tenten seems to be down. Of course it does, because it's tenten.htp. Didn't anybody tell you? Obviously not. So I mean, that was quite lucky, I suppose. Steg hide. I couldn't think of anything else really that an image. After looking at the hex, it could have been like least significant bits and things like that. But I didn't want to go too heavy into steganography. Yeah. Not sure why anybody would encode or hide a SSH key in an image and then upload it as part of a job application. Okay. Yeah, very, very capture the flag-esque. There's not too realistic at all. However, we'll see where it goes from here. It's not yet at the point where it's like exposed. I'm like, oh, this is awful. Not yet there. That bit, yeah, not too good. Row extracted data to, yeah, we've got that, and we've got Takis. So let's just try that. We need to first change the mode of ID RSA. Sorry, to 600 of ID RSA. And then SSH with ID RSA. Takis at tenten.htb. Enter the password phrase for the key. Yay! Is there a password as well? Oh no. Okay. Okay. There is a passphrase or word for the RSA SSH key. We need to crack this, don't we? Locate SSH to John. Here. Or here. Doesn't really matter either way. Okay, so running that gives us this. But what I'm now going to do is pipe that into a hash.txt file, which has just appeared here. I'll just edit it here because it's easier. I think I can get rid of that username or thing here. Okay, so I mean, I've done this before with Hashcat and John the Ripper. So as you can see that Hashcat, we've got this. I'm just looking for, in particular, SSH keys. I'm not sure where I did it. Was this the one? Overpass, let's take a look. Yes, that was the SSH key. So I literally just ran it with this, and I could just run exactly the same code. This is why I make a note of my this is why I make a note of everything I do, because sometimes you can literally run exactly the same code. Okay, so saved to hash.text, then run hashcat here. Are we done already? Is that it? Cracked? Fine. Fine, at least it's not having me brute force random word list for absolutely ages. It was in RockU. Super password. Hooray. What a super password that is. Which means that now we can pretty much do the same as before. Put that password in. And we have access. So far, not a terrible box. Bit weird in places, but not awful. Cat flag.text because, oh no, user.text. Yeah, that exists. There we go, we'll grab that. We have our first flag right here. The problem is we could try using sudo, but if we use sudo, it will ask us for our password. Oh, it doesn't ask us for our password. It can run the following commands on Tenten. So it can run everything as sudo, but I need the password, which I've not got. I've got the password for the key, and unless there's password reuse, I've not got a password for the actual user on the system. And then without a password, I can run this binary, which is obviously a custom binary. But we'll try it first. We'll do sudo su. I'm going to put in that password again, just to be super password. Nah, that's no good. Okay, so we'll at least tried it. This binary is obviously the way to get in. So let's take a look. Okay, let's just run this and see what it does. Nothing. Okay, let's cat this file out and see what it contains. Bin bash 1234. So that's basically just doing the arguments, like 4 arguments. So I could do like who am I, and who am I. 3 arguments, because the 4th one is the name of the file. No such file or directory. Okay, what if I just do that? No. What if I just do that? No. Oh, it's because I'm catting the files, idiot. As I say, that really should. Let's do it again. Bin. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Extra operand. No. Ah, so I just run it once and it says Takis. Okay. So we'll copy that. We will show what happens with that. And then we'll see what happens. If we run it with sudo, it should be root, right? We don't need a password to do this. So we can run commands as root. From here, it's actually rather simple. We can do anything now using this. And the easiest thing to do is spawn a new shell as root user, which technically should be who am I, and then we are going to do new bash shell. Who am I? Cat roots. Done. Lovely. Easy ending. Good. I like the system. I like the system. There's a little bit CTF in there hiding something in an image. Thankfully, we took a lucky, not a lucky, I suppose it was kind of lucky, but a good guess with Steg Hide. It was the logical guess. Nothing to say about this one. It's actually quite pleasant. Quite pleasant. Access granted indeed. Let's switch to guided mode because I want to do this and see how many TCP ports are running. There were 2. What content management system is running on Tenten? WordPress. What username can be identified? Takis. What is the name of the WordPress plugin? That was job something, but I can't remember what it was. Job manager. Uh-oh, lost it. Lost it. Come back. What is the 2015 CVE? That's this one. I didn't use that code in the end. I actually did it myself, which I was quite pleased with. That's an interesting way of doing it. What is the file name for the application? Hacker access granted. What is the relative URL for the file associated with the... What? What is the file associated? Is it this? I know it says relative URL. Is it that? Yeah, okay. What is the password? Superb. No. Oh, it's just, yeah. Super password. Hints. I didn't realize there were hints. Well, there's not really hints. They're more like... Now, this is what Expose should have done. Instead of just telling you on the page, do this, all the hints should basically have all that information. See? Look. This is how it should have been done. I need to stop talking about that box. I did say I would. Yeah, absolutely. You'll need a free API key. Really? No, I didn't realize that. I didn't use that at all. Get a list of application names. No, I didn't run that code. I did it manually, you know. Looked for the file names manually as well. Okay, so where are we now? Submit the flag. Okay, well, that's fine. We can do that. That's here. Let's see what it gives us for the next section. What is the full path to the file that can run as root without a password? Sudo L will list the sudo privilege. Yeah, I've done that. I've done that. That's all I can remember. Input. That's it. Okay. And then the root flag, and that's it. It's nice. No hints on how to use that file. Good. I like it. We're finished. Nice. Difficulty rating for this. I mean, the code didn't work and we did some things manually. Plus Steg Hide was a bit of a leap. So I'm going to put not too easy. But routing was piece of cake. Really simple. That's my phone buzzing. Fun times. Submit machine review. I don't normally, but you know, let's do it. No, I don't want to write. I don't want to write stuff. That's... I have to write things. Ugh. Thank you so much for joining. Interesting box. Quite like this one. I wouldn't really say medium. This was on the easier side. But there we go. It's rated as it's rated. I mean, I put not too easy for that. People have voted this medium. Interesting. Thank you so much. Please join me again for Try Hack Me Tuesday on, believe it or not, Tuesday. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, all that stuff if you want to. Share the video around, share the playlist around, etc. And please visit nethemba.com for all your pen testing needs. Thank you so much. Goodbye.